told you that you can lose fat, build muscle, and have the body you're desiring, all without complicated routines? Coming from somebody who has qualified for 3 Olympic Games, I can honestly say that there were simple structures in place that led me to that point. In this video, I'll be sharing with you guys how to make your fitness journey on easy mode so that you can reach your goals a lot quicker. If that sounds interesting, keep watching. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Cindy Sember. I am a 3-time Olympian and now coach, helping other women grow physically and spiritually in their fitness routines. I've struggled with my mindset where I didn't know how to make progress and I wasn't accomplishing things until I started to implement some of the things I'm about to share with you was when I saw huge amounts of progress. So the first thing I want you guys to think about when you are on this journey of getting more fit is, what is your current plan looking like? Do you currently have structure? Do you even have an idea of what you want to do day to day? Too often we think that we're gonna get in shape and we're gonna hit our goals if we just do whatever we feel like doing that day, or whatever workout we see on Instagram or social media will get us there. Like, that is not a good plan, okay? What I've learned is that having simple exercises that I do a few times a week, especially with weightlifting, has helped me build strength. I'll give you an example. The year that I had my best year in track and field was the year that I took out a lot of different lifts and I just focused on the main lifts that would get me stronger and that would keep me consistent. That year, I really just focused on back squats, I focused on bench press, I focused on power cleans. And honestly, I just did that throughout the year with a few supplementary things, and I became the strongest I've ever been, okay? So we really don't have to have all these different things that you're seeing people do online to reach our goals. Look at what you wanna do right now. So do you wanna, have abs? Do you want to get your quads bigger? Do you want to just lose fat? Look at that. Find different areas and different ways you can do it and stick to it for a certain amount of time. Something that I see a lot of people do is they will do a routine for a week, say that felt pretty good, let me switch it up and let me just add a few more things here and there. What I want you to do is I want you to focus on that routine you have for at least 4 weeks, okay? That is where we see true progress. You want to be having progressive overload in your workouts where you are increasing weight so that you can see that fat shed and that strength increase, but you don't wanna start saying, I did bench last week, so now I'm gonna do overhead press. It's okay to incorporate that stuff. However, you don't want to have so many things that, 1, you can't stay consistent, and 2, your body can't adjust to. Our bodies love routine, and the more we give it the simple stuff that we're used to is when we will start to see change. So you can keep the same structures and you can make it interesting by adding weight, but you wanna be strategic with how much you're doing. And if you are somebody who struggles with, creating plans for yourself, you can head to the link in the description and I can help you get started with that. But truly you wanna have a plan, not a plan that you see randomly on social media, but a plan that's truly aligned to your goals. So figure out what those goals are, write them down, and then create a system that you're going to stick to for 4 weeks, and that's gonna help you get to your desired goals. But I want you to incorporate more lifting, okay? If the goal here is to actually lose body fat and to build strength, you want to lift weights. Cardio is great. You'll lose fat, but you won't get that toned look that you're looking for if you don't lift. Now, the plan, like I said earlier, does not have to be complicated. You literally can go to the gym maybe 3 times a week and you can just do a few different exercises, but I want you to start to incorporate actually lifting things, actually taking things that are heavy and lifting them, because that's gonna be what your body needs to tone up, okay? If you can incorporate this before work, you have like a small gym with dumbbells somewhere, you can do this with dumbbells, y'all. I can even show, if you guys want, I can show, easy dumbbell workouts. If you guys want that, leave me a comment down below and I can show more of that on my channel. But there are plenty of workouts that you don't need a whole gym setup to start to incorporate weightlifting. All you need is a few different things and it will be enough to get that toned look very easily. So I just want you to know that it does not have to be complicated. The next thing I want you to start incorporating, and this is gonna be one that I personally didn't realize made a huge difference until recently, is increasing your step count. Why is this important? Getting more steps in throughout the day and just movement is going to help us naturally lose fat. I started doing this recently in addition to my workouts, and when I tell y'all the progress I'm starting to see from it is crazy. I didn't realize that you can just go on long walks and just get your body to lose weight without you even thinking about it. You don't have to go on a walk for 45 to an hour. You can break it up throughout the day. So are you somebody who's at work and you can get up after an hour block and just pace around your office for 5 to 10 minutes? Can you, during your lunch break, right after you eat, go and get a few more steps in. Another thing that I want you to think about when it comes to getting these steps is getting them in right after you eat your meals. So this is something that I also started doing recently to help aid digestion, but also to help me lose fat. This is gonna be a game changer for you. So if you can, after each meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, include 5 to 10 minutes of just getting some more steps in, you'll start to see a little bit more progress. And the more fat we can shed, the easier it'll be to gain that muscle that you want and that toned body that you're desiring. So I highly recommend start incorporating more steps. I actually have this watch here that I got off of Amazon that's helped me. My sister actually recommended it to me. Now, let's say that you're going to the gym and you're putting in a hard workout that day and you just did the elliptical, because sometimes the elliptical won't count steps. That's not to say that you didn't get a workout in that day. So I don't want you to look at this and start making it like, oh my gosh, I can get a certain amount today. But I will say just increase it from whatever you're doing right now. So highly recommend starting to do this. It will help your joints. You'll start to feel a lot more loose. And honestly, it's just therapeutic to walk, okay? Like to go outside and to get that fresh air and that nature is so nice to the soul. So I highly recommend doing this. The next thing I want you to think about is, what is your nutrition looking like? I know this is very generic and this is something that everybody talks about when it comes to like, losing fat and whatnot. But truly, I want you to look at what you're eating. You don't even have to change anything the first week. I just want you to start observing. Start looking at what your portions are looking like. What kinds of foods are you eating? Are you eating enough? Are you hungry? Start listening to those hunger cues within you. If you are feeling a little bit more hungrier throughout the day, when is that? Just start taking note. When I became more aware of what I was doing with food, that made such a difference. When I was training for the Olympics, I had to eat a lot more than I was because I was trying to build strength all day to be strong enough. So if you're in a phase of wanting to build strength, you might need to incorporate more protein in your diet. If you're somebody who wants to lose weight and wants to lose fat, might need to be in a caloric deficit. Start off with just observing and then start making small modifications to what you're doing. Can you, have a little bit more salad and less of the bread? Can you incorporate just a little bit more protein to your diet so that you're starting to build that muscle? There are so many different ways, and easy ways, mind you, that can get you in shape when it comes to eating properly. And I didn't realize this. And there's also so many recipes. With a little bit of research, you'll be surprised at different meals that you can be eating that taste so good, but also don't make you feel bad afterwards. Like there are so many things you can be doing. And I highly recommend just starting to research. What I started doing is I started looking on Sundays at different meals that I can have throughout the week or the next week, even if just to get some inspiration and just save it. So go on Pinterest, go on Google, whatever you gotta do, just start saving a little bit of ideas. That'll give your brain some ideas of what you can be doing, and then look at alterations of how you can make it healthier, whatever you need to do. I highly recommend just being more cognizant of how you're eating, be in a caloric deficit if fat loss is your goal, and incorporate more protein. That is going to make a huge difference if you're trying to build strength. Another thing that a lot of people actually don't talk about when it comes to having the body you're desiring is, what does your sleep look like? Are you getting a lot of sleep? If you're getting like 5 to 6 hours of sleep, you might be putting a lot of stress in your body, which can in return make you more bloated, make you feel like you hold on to weight a little bit more because you're operating out of stress, okay? Like I didn't recognize that the weeks that I would not get a lot of sleep, my body just felt heavier. And also I would be more prone to snack. You don't want to be snacking throughout your day, y'all. Like that's something I took out snacking. Now, don't get me wrong, snacks aren't bad. I think if you have a healthy snack and you're doing snacks in moderation to what you're eating, then that's fine. But I was doing things like sweet snacks and a whole bunch of carby snacks, like things that just weren't necessary, hitting my cravings. I was like, oh, I just ate healthy, so therefore I can have 25 pretzels. It's like, girl. So you have to be a little bit more cognizant if this is something you're really serious about. Getting more sleep will help you lessen the cravings. It will help your body start to metabolize better. It will also help build strength, because recovery is actually where you build a lot of muscle. And so the more rest you're getting, the more proactive you are with that, your body is generating that muscle so that you will start to see that definition. So I highly, highly recommend it. If you're not yet, get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. This is going to make a difference in how you feel, and you'll start to lose more weight, I promise you. But I tend to not want to go under 7 if possible, because that's when I start to notice that I'm fatigued and I can't, operate at my fullest, highest level. So Get 7 to 8 hours. I promise you it'll make a difference. Everybody's a little different, so experiment with what you feel best at, but definitely start doing that. Another thing I want you to think about is, what is your intake with water? Are you drinking enough water throughout your day? Water is something that's gonna help you not feel as hungry. There have been plenty of times when I'm in the middle of working and I'm like, ooh, I could use this snack that I really crave right now, but I'm in the middle of doing something, so I'm gonna drink water, and 5 minutes later, I forgot about that snack because my stomach felt fine. I was satiated through my water. So that just shows that I was more so dehydrated than I was hungry. A lot of the time we tend to misinterpret hunger for thirst. And so we really have to be cognizant of how much we're drinking. This is something that I'm not perfect at. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Like, I need to drink more water myself. And so I got this really cute bottle that my sister gave me. Let me show you. And so I just started filling up this cute little bottle like pretty much daily. So it forces me to drink. Something about having a straw, I don't know about y'all, but for me, something about having a straw makes me drink more instead of just doing this. I'll be chilling, holding it in my hand, and that's just so much easier. Let me actually get some more. I'm a little thirsty. Something about having a straw makes a difference for me. It might not for you, but try it out, or even just have a cute bottle. I love the color pink. So having pink actually makes it more exciting for me to drink. I'm always like, where's my little cute pink bottle? And something about that helps. I don't know what it is, but try a nice bottle, you'll be happy that you did it. Another thing I want you to think about is just staying the course and being consistent, okay? All these things I'm sharing with you, you wanna do this for a long period of time. I personally notice when it comes to building strength that I would be a little bit obsessive over, like, did I lose the weight today? Like, I look at the scale and be like, dang, it didn't change. But one, body composition takes time to change. And so you have to be patient through this process. But also I want you to recognize that fat weighs less than muscle, okay? If you start to notice on the scale that you are getting heavier, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because if your goal is strength, like if your goal is to lose body fat and build a little bit of strength, you might be heavier. But I promise you, when I started lifting more weights and I started feeling stronger, I felt lighter. So although the scale may be telling you one thing, and I highly recommend, if you really want an in-depth like body composition assessment, go get you a DEXA scan, because that's what I did as an athlete, to know that, oh, although I'm a little heavier, my body fat percentage has gone down drastically, and my, muscle mass percentage has increased a lot. Like, knowing that will make a difference for you. So I just want to encourage you, like, if you're looking at the scale every day, don't obsess over those numbers. It can truly like kind of mess with you if you're not careful. But it is good to see, how are things fluctuating? Where are things? How do I feel? It is good to measure. I just want you to be careful with measuring it in the wrong lens, because it can lead to discouragement. It can lead to you giving up and saying, why am I even trying? Honestly, like, it took me a little bit of time to see that strength gain and that true muscle mass improvement in my track life because of the time it took. So I just want you to be patient. Stay the course, don't give up, and you honestly can see progress if you don't give up. Hitting your goals and reaching the body that you're desiring does not have to be complicated. It just takes a little bit of effort. It takes a little bit of intentionality. You might have to sacrifice a few things, but I promise you, doing these things I just told you will start to make it easier. Having a plan will make it just so that you don't have to think every single day, what am I doing? It's just, you're gonna do it, okay? It's a discipline that you stick to. Being cognizant of what you're eating every single day, even if it's just minor changes, will start to show up in belly fat you might have. Doing these small things will make a difference. All these things I'm telling you are things I've done as an athlete to make a difference in my career, and I've been able to reach high levels. I've been able to break records. I've been able to make money with my body because I started implementing these things, okay? So I highly recommend trying all these out. If you guys find this video helpful, give me a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe for more fitness encouragement to help you get in shape and reach the goals that you've been desiring. If you're interested in working one-on-one, hit the link in my description and we can find a plan for you. I have a program that I'm actually developing very thoroughly that I will launch soon. I'm very excited about it. I've been working on it, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Bye for now.